What's going on, Aquarius? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a phenomenal week so far. So for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just incredible, Aquarius. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. Because it's your general energy weekly spread. Yeah, something like that, Aquarius. I'm just rolling with it right now. But with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across these videos, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Aquarius. So Aquarius, I'm going to be pulling a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we're going to get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, and we're ready, thank you. They're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for these situations, okay? And in case if you all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down in the description box are some links for some other readers that I like watching as well, Aquarius, so definitely check them out. Get a different type of vibe there. Think about kind of switching things up. Cool little energy. I actually got to add, I'm going to do that after this. I keep remembering I got to add an Aries to the mix there, but definitely check that out, Aquarius. But let's get into your first card here. Interesting. So, you got 6 card of Pisces here, which is childhood card. And with this card, this is a card of innocence, playful, growing, friendship, lightness of being, foundations, need of others, revisit the past, loving life, no worries, inexperience, growth, and new beginnings. And this is interesting energy, Aquarius, because maybe for some of us here, because yours is a sign of the future. You know, we're being ruled by Uranus and by Saturn. You know, Uranus deals with that revolutionary energy, you know, going into that future, whatever, the change that's needed to get into the future. And, you know, one of the aspects of Saturn is that he rules over time. But I feel like that sometimes with your sign, maybe we can be so focused on, you know, what's getting ready to come next, that sometimes we may forget to revisit the past, you know, kind of breeze over the possibly, I mean, for some of us, this could possibly be maybe some childhood wounds that may have happened. You know, maybe there was some bullying that went down, or maybe we had maybe something in the household, possibly maybe like a distant relationship or something along those lines. Maybe there was some dissonance with the parental units or whatever that's looking like. But I do feel like, and especially with this getting ready to get into Cancer season right now, we got the sun entering, you know, sun's in Cancer, Mercury's going to be entering Cancer here. Oh, and actually in a couple of days here, going to get that real kind of King of Cups foundation. This is a great energy for kind of revisiting those old wounds if we have some stuff that we may have not addressed, and applying that compassionate, you know, energy for Cancer, you know, because my sun sign's in Cancer. And, you know, one of the things, you know, we deal with ancestry. So this could be for some, maybe we're doing some, maybe healing some kind of generational wounds, or maybe some ingrained habits that we might have picked up from childhood, or just doing some, there's an energy here about like really kind of bringing that innocence back, you know, maybe getting in touch with that childlike intuition, you know, that energy where, you know, where we kind of had where we all were in that kind of like Pisces state, you know, when we're young, because Pisces is very dreamy, very fanciful. You can't tell, you know, when you're a kid, you know, there's the sky, there is no limit, you know, to what our dreams and things can manifest. But, you know, we get older, we get all these constraints and restrictions and things. It's like getting back in touch with that, because we're pretty much just like we're just little kids in just a grown-up bodies, and it's just like figuring out how that energy manifests as we do evolve and do grow and face these challenges kind of head on here, you know, because whereas before we were inexperienced, you know, it was kind of like a fake, you know, figuring out as we go. But now that we've you've grown, that you've been leveling up. And there feels like that there's just something here that's just like, yeah, this maybe needing to be revisited here. But let's get some tarot on this and get some details. Interesting. We got a nice little pocket here. See what's going down. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So we have, what do we have here? We got a whole little bunch here. So we have the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Swords, the Hermit card, and the Strength card here. And it feels like for some of you, with the Hermit being here, there's a strong energy here, I feel like, again, of reflection, you know, of like really kind of doing like, kind of maybe slowing down a little bit with these energies, with the, where did you go? Because you got the Eight of Wands here, and that's very fast energy. And I feel like that maybe for some of us, because this is Mercury in Sagittarius, and I feel like that maybe we've been trying to maybe kind of rush this growth along here, that maybe we haven't, it almost feels like that maybe there's like, not that we don't see what the need is for the growth, but it almost feels like that maybe there's like no kind of like, it's like we know this wound maybe with the Seven of Swords being here, but it's one of those things that we're just choosing not to acknowledge possibly. You know, maybe it's like if we face these energies, maybe this will feel, it could, like, let's say for example, this is like maybe, like a parental unit possibly. You know, this could be where maybe there were some areas where we may have felt disappointed in them or something along those lines, and we just don't want to ruin this kind of vision here with the Strength card. This is Leo energy. But I feel like this is something that may have done something where it like maybe affected our confidence or something along those lines, and it's almost like it's kind of like really sort of tapped us out of this creative space here, something along those lines, you know, with the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands is a very kind of joyful energy, and I feel because she rules the first two decans of Aries and the last of Pisces. And I feel like for some of us that maybe if we've been feeling, I don't know, like this energy of where that maybe like that life is just kind of has just kind of maintained this dullness, or that there's no sort of like zest or something along those lines. Let me get a little bit more on this Four of Cups here, Aquarius. Because this could even be, this is the Moon in Cancer. Moon rules Cancer. And interesting. The Moon rules over Cancer, Aquarius, and interesting, here you are. And I bring that up to say it's just like maybe we've been in this place where we've been kind of been keeping these. It's almost like the energies we've been maybe, because you got a lot of swords here. And I feel like that maybe we've been kind of thinking about these feelings, and things have been kind of just churning up here, but they've been kind of locked up with this Hermit energy. It's just like, I'm not sure if I don't know, it feels like maybe we're disappointed with what I'm not sure, Aquarius, with what we've, like maybe what we've been learning about ourselves, or maybe about because the Queen of Swords is getting this inner knowing, you know, getting this understanding here, and really getting down to the root cause of whatever this may be. And I feel like that with the Four of Swords popping up here, we might be just a little too, it feels like the energy's cranking up quite a bit, and there's a need to take a rest for a moment, you know, to kind of get out of our heads here. This is Jupiter in Libra here. And I feel like that if we're in a state of where this, whatever we've been thinking about, if it's thrown us out of balance here, that's going to affect our abundance, because that's one of the things that Jupiter deals with, is abundance. But I feel like that maybe this is something where maybe for some others, you know, because you do have a lot of swords here with this very kind of emotional card here, or this kind of energy. It feels like there's like, it's finding, because and even just a lot of Libra energy, just, you know, Queen of Swords, Four of Swords. There's this finding this balance, which is perfect with Mercury getting ready to enter Cancer, that getting that, again, that head and heart connection, you know, feeling the emotions, understanding them, and then how we're going to apply them for growth. You know what I mean? How do we get that strength back? More? Oh, very interesting there, Aquarius. And yeah, you being here, this is going to be something that's going to take some work, you know, when we're getting, especially when we're getting down to maybe some kind of like old wounds, or just like, you know, some like just like habits or things that we might be kind of working out there. So be kind with yourself while we're exploring these energies here. But let's get some tea, and let's get some check this out. Just a little sidebar. When I went to pick up this cup and made some tea, I was just like, wow, this handle's aggressive. There's a little something, this Deadpool cup, so maybe a little something to liven up your day there, Aquarius. All right, let's get some let's get another oracle on this. Yeah, dope. I'm with it. All right, Aquarius. So you got the fourth card of Leo's here, which is the family card. The family card. And with this card, not sure where that came from. It's the card of loyalty, faithful, allegiance, parents, children, siblings, fidelity, commitment, trust, affection, support systems, origins, tribe, dependable, sincere, and kindred spirits. And this is interesting, Aquarius, because again, maybe for some of us, you know, especially considering we started off with this childhood here, you know, if we have maybe something where, if we have maybe like this dissonance maybe with the parental figure, or this doesn't even necessarily have to be familial. This could be maybe with someone we kind of look up to as a parent, you know, maybe this could be maybe like I don't know, this could be maybe like a mentor, or maybe this could be, I'm not sure, just someone who you've kind of view in this sort of like that authoritative type of energy here. If we feel like that there's that bond is kind of shaky, or because there's something here with the Five of Cups that just feels like that there's, and even like the Seven of Swords, you know, that really feel like that maybe there was some, I'm not sure if this is like maybe for some we may have discovered our roots are a little different, you know, maybe there's some type of like adoption thing possibly, or maybe there was just like I don't want to say like a necessarily like a, maybe just like maybe not, it's like a I don't want to say toxic childhood, but almost just like something where there's just like, where maybe we just kind of feel disappointed with just like the results, or maybe we felt like there could have been like more, or something along those lines. And I mean, this energy makes sense, Aquarius. I feel like, especially with us being in Cancer season, Cancer deals with the home, you know, this is, and maybe we're just not feeling that if there's any areas, and this could even, we can even broaden this to a bigger sense, you know, maybe family, even then, maybe we consider amongst our friends, you know, like our close family, or this could even be like our work family possibly. Maybe there's some kind of dissonance there. But it feels like, you know, with it being in Cancer season, it's evaluating those. Do we feel that emotional security with those around us? And if not, how can we deepen that and maybe repair this stuff to get that confidence back in that thing with this, all this Leo energy you got here? But let's get some tarot on this. Oh, you know, before we do that, for some others, this does kind of feel too like if we've not been, it almost feels like that maybe some of us have been kind of in this hermit state here. Maybe we have been thinking about maybe like expanding our tribe here. You know, I was actually there's a buddy I used to work with, and he was telling me about this thing where he joined like a Scrabble group, and I love Scrabble. I've been playing Scrabble since I was a kid, so I'm definitely might take a note from this book, Aquarius. But this could be something where maybe we want to join some type of group like that. Maybe you had some like childhood games that you like. Maybe you're a chess master, or maybe you like, maybe you've been used to grow a garden, or maybe you know, maybe you used to do like a beach cleanup. My mom and I used to do some like these volunteerings every year around like Christmas and Thanksgiving and things along those lines to do like deliveries and stuff. So maybe this is something we just want to build a stronger sense of community. Because I've been kind of talking about this for a little bit, Aquarius, when I bring up like your sign in Pisces, where your sign is the sign of like humanitarianism and like egalitarians and things along those lines. You really are about, you know, building that friendship and those groups and things. But then Pisces takes that energy and then establishes it into a deeper level, you know, takes it into a soul tribe here. And if we've not been feeling that sense of that support system, or, you know, amongst those kindred spirits, it's just like, I feel like maybe getting out there a little bit more, you know, maybe getting, because Leo energy is very bold, you know, they're ruled by the sun, and this could be something where we, you know, introduce a little fun in our lives here, or, you know, make time for those hobbies, maybe join like a soccer team, or maybe a beach volleyball team. Wouldn't that be sick? Or, oh, did we say soccer? Because yeah, you got your field here, whatever that's looking like, maybe make some friends, whatever that, I like that. But another thing, just thinking with this energy too, this could be for some, maybe we are trying to get down to learn the origins about ourselves. I was actually just talking with someone not too long about this, but we were kind of talking more like kind of like past life regression stuff. But you know, this could be something where maybe we're doing like that. I just did one of these, like those ancestry things where you just kind of like take you got to fill the tube with some of your saliva, and then you send it off, and they send like, you know, where your roots have been and stuff. And maybe we've been feeling kind of curious about that, been wanting to kind of grow that way, kind of expand, kind of unlock those hidden mysteries. You know, maybe we find out that we used to be, you know, come from like a wandering band of gypsies or something along those lines. Wouldn't that be sick? But let's get some tarot on this. I could talk about that all day. I like that. Interesting. Thank you. Let's see what we got here. Interesting, yeah? Interesting. Okay, so you have what we got here? We got the Judgment card. We got the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and then the Ace of Wands here. Very interesting. With the Judgment card, it feels like for some, you know, if this is some sort of like, if this is some sort of like maybe childhood healing or something along those lines, something that's been maybe a burden to us for a while, we've been feeling kind of that pressure, that frustration, you know, the Ten of Pentacles too. This can deal with like your happy home, your family, your foundation, your legacy. Maybe some of us are feeling kind of pressured with maybe upholding like this, maybe like a family name or like a family expectation or something along those lines. But there's almost like an energy here with the Judgment card being here of like, where I feel like this family legacy is, or maybe like how we've operated in this thing, or these expectations are, some of them, you know, I feel like have shaped you to who you are. I feel like that maybe there are some maybe more archaic ways that could potentially be reformed, you know what I mean, that can undergo like a real kind of transformation here with the Judgment card. This is Pluto energy, and Pluto rules Scorpio, and it gets down to those like, it's change on a very intense type of level, and Pluto's about to be in your sign, Aquarius. You know, it's coming into, I mean, we already got a flavor of it, but Pluto's getting ready to set the stage next year for you to shine for the next 20 years, and it's going to be forming a lot of conjunctions with it. Well, depending if you got a lot of Aquarius placements, but it's going to form conjunction with your Aquarius placements, and this is going to be an interesting Pluto revitalizing. You're going to take on. There's going to be an energy of like power. You know, that Pluto deals with power and change and a lot of intense stuff here. But this Page of Cups is interesting. I'm gonna get some more on that. But the Ace of Wands here, I feel like that if we've been feeling that things have been, again, just like maybe this pressure of family, or maybe there's been this thing that that's been ingrained in us, that it's become like a part of how we operate here. I feel, and if we've noticed that it's not been something that we've been enjoying the growth, because it's one thing to expect to have challenges along the way, but it's another thing when the stuff is like really just depleting us, when we feel like we're forcing this, we feel like we're because this could be like, I'm thinking like, for example, like maybe we come from like a family of military, and maybe we're expected to uphold that, but we're really wanting to do maybe work in childcare, or maybe do something like, maybe, I don't know, maybe be a lifeguard. I don't know, Aquarius, we're at a beach, but whatever this passion is or something, I feel like the Ace of Wands here saying kind of follow your, oh, there we go, with the, okay, that makes more sense. With the Page of Cups here, it's like maybe it's following your heart, you know, creating from your feelings, your dreams, your expectations of who you are. But let me get a little bit more on this Page of Cups. I thought I had them, but I know what I was going to say with that. Saturn and Pisces. Because Saturn just went retrograde. That's one of your rulers. Saturn just went retrograde. You're just going to be going retrograde here soonish. It's very soon. But we're getting into a very introspective time. You know, we're by around Virgo season, everybody's going to be going retrograde. And retrogrades are nothing to be afraid about. If anything, this is going to be a great time. A lot of veils are going to be lifted, especially with I'm really excited about Neptune going retrograde, because I really feel like that's going to open up the veils for imagination, kind of maybe even reveal some of this stuff that might be hidden away from us, Aquarius. So, allow you to do that kind of like deep dive, do that kind of spiritual healing or something along those lines, because that's one of the things that your ruler Saturn is asking you, is to find out what areas are you been feeling restricted, and getting in touch with that intuitive side of you, because Pisces is just borderline psychic. So, but let me get a little bit more on this Page of Cups here. Yeah. Thank you. Let's see what else we got here, Aquarius. Ooh. Oh, yeah? Okay. I'm with it. Oh, Major Arcana City. I see you, Aquarius. Okay, so the Page of Cups here, fascinating. Speaking of Scorpio and Pisces. Interesting. So the Page of Cups here is clarified by the Two of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Death card, the Moon, and the Wheel of Fortune. And there's something here, Aquarius, about really I like that. There's something here about really, whatever this revisiting of the past is, whatever this experience, there's something here that's wanting to change, and especially with the Judgment and the Death card being here. As I was telling you, Pluto rules over Scorpio. That's one of Scorpio's rulers. And I like that too, because interesting, because Jupiter is one of Pisces rulers. The Moon is Pisces. And there's something here, Aquarius, I feel like, about thinking about where your experiences have taken you thus far. Where have you been kind of channeling your energies? And it almost feels like if we've been kind of stuck in a cycle here with the Wheel of Fortune and the Moon popping up here. Maybe some of us have been in this place where we're getting caught in that. It seems like that there's something maybe has been hidden from you, or something along those lines. It's just like trying to find this. I'm getting an energy of just like kind of like this journeying through the dark or something along those lines. Really getting into that deep kind of that lunar aspect where it's just like we're looking for the abundance here, but there's it just seems like that maybe the energies just feel kind of stuck here with the Death card. It feels like with the Death and the Judgment being here, there's just like maybe there's a way of just like how we maybe been operating with the Two of Wands being here. Maybe we've just been kind of, can I get a little more? Queen of Cups. Okay, so So with the Queen of Cups popping up in this mix here, there's a lot of reflective energy that's going down here, Aquarius. And if we feel like, because after the Moon is the Sun card, but we're missing that in between here. It's like there's some kind of shadow work with this Moon card here that's needing to be done. Some sort of change that I feel like that's needing to be implemented to, because in between the Moon and the Judgment is the Sun. And so it's just like, maybe it's finding that happiness or shedding a light on something here, but something to think about, Aquarius. And I think I'm gonna move out of this. When we're thinking about these getting in touch with these like maybe past energies of ourselves, maybe kind of getting a deep, dark look at our whatever this is looking like, kind of shining this light on this stuff. The Moon is just a reflection of the sunlight, and whatever we find in those darker spaces, I feel with the Queen of Cups here, treat that with compassion, because that dark and all of that is creating a safe space for that energy to be felt, and then figuring out how we can utilize that energy to change, to grow and to evolve and to, again, feel confident and get this wheel of fortune move, get where it feels like that life kind of feels back on track here, or something along those lines. A lot of growth can come from this, because Jupiter deals with very spiritual energy. Considering that Jupiter rules both Pisces and Sagittarius, both very spiritual signs, and it just seems like that there's something to getting in touch with that more kind of like intuitive energy here, something along those lines. But yeah, let's get some tea, Aquarius, and then let's get our last oracle card. I really can't with that handle. Yeah. Dope. Let's see what we got here, Aquarius. Interesting. All right, so you got the fourth card of Capricorns here, which is the roadblock card. And with this card, this is a card of blocked change, barriers, challenges, time to regroup, stuck, paralyzed, obstacles, stalling, temporary setback, take a detour, not right now, 1 step forward and 2 steps back. And that's what it kind of feels like. This energy is very kind of Ten of Wands, where we've been kind of maybe been feeling sort of restricted maybe as of late. Because the Ten of Wands, that's Saturn in Sagittarius. And it feels like that there's maybe this energy here that's just like we're... Because I'm even just noticing that too. We got 3 of a kind here with all these queens. And the queens are very intuitive. They're getting into that kind of that emotional energy. In the Thotha deck, they're all kind of water-based. That they have that foundation. And there feels like, because all the queens, and this is how I've learned to read them, with the queens, they're all represented by the cardinal signs. Those are the dominant deacons that they cover. And there's something, the energy here, I feel like there's something about Aries energy, taking that action to get this emotional understanding, Cancer, and again, intellectual understanding, Libra, and bringing those energies together so that we can channel into this Empress energy, because she's the culmination of all of the queens here. And it just feels like that when we get caught in challenges, again, it just feels like there's something here just about revisiting the past, because I feel like maybe just with your sign, there's this, because you are a sign that really does think to the future, because the Knight of Swords, since I'm talking about that, Knight of Swords is one that he's in the quest to grow. He does kind of move real quick. And there's that Capricorn energy, because he rules the first 2 deacons of Aquarius and the last of Capricorn. And there's where it's like Aquarius wants to go towards the future. You still have that restriction of Saturn. It's a very interesting combination. And that's why, Aquarius, you're a conundrum. But I feel like that this energy is, especially, And that's funny that I was talking about with the Empress, because Venus is forming, she's in Leo right now. It's going to be over for the next, like, till about October. And so there's going to be forming some oppositions with your Aquarius signs, Aquarius. And, you know, oppositions are like situations and people that are bringing options to our life. We need to make some choices here. You know, how you got the Two of Wands here. We're going to need to take some action on some things, but it just feels like that the source of this stuck and maybe these obstacles and things are just there's something internal that I feel like that is that's kind of preventing that, Aquarius, that maybe is getting this sense of that maybe we've been feeling delayed, or that it's been nothing but kind of setbacks and things. But the thing too, when we think about this energies, I don't know if I mentioned this, but the theme that I've kind of been mentioning, especially with it being in Cancer season, where we may not feel like we can control the external situations that are going to us. We can control how we feel about them. And if we can form allies with those emotions and things, and, you know, again, do that King of Cups energy, you know, that head and heart combination, really can help you just more so guide through these challenges a lot easier. You know, if anything, we're like embracing change here, but in remembering too that these situations are shaping you into your best version of yourself. They're trying to get you to that wheel of fortune there. But sometimes it's just how the energies go sometimes. You know, we're just in it's gonna be a little heavy here, you know, the next, you know, for about Leo season, you know, maybe the next couple of months. But it's gonna be all worth it in the end. You're gonna be growing. But let's get some tarot on this. Oh, speaking of cardinals, there's the Emperor. Time to rise up there, Aquarius. I'm with it. All right, last little bit here, because we got the Emperor. Oh, we got hubby. Got the King of Wands here, the Five of Wands, the Two of Swords, and then here's your ruler, the World. I'm with it. Let's go ahead and switch back over, Aquarius. Because maybe for some of us, you know, it does feel like that maybe there have been, with the Five of Wands and the Nine of Wands, is that maybe we've been in this place of just like conflict here, and it's just been kind of really, really pushing our energies here. It's just like we're because the Nine of Wands is like one energy is of perseverance. You know, this is the moon in Sagittarius, and it's remembering that with each cycle, you know, these energies wax and wane all the time. And when we're in kind of the waning end, or we're like when maybe if the energies are the conflicts maybe starting to increase, you know, it's remembering that, trying to keep remembering what the end goal is, you know, that energy of expansion, you know, getting to that place of stability. But with the Emperor here, but it almost feels like that maybe some of us have been in our heads with the Two of Wands. You know, this is the moon in Libra, and it feels, the moon in Libra for me can be very indecisive type of energy. You know, it's just like Libra, because they're the scales, you know, they're constantly weighing their options, and then you throw in the moon in the mix, throwing in different options. That's Libra's all over the place. And so it feels like that there maybe some of our game plans have even been just sort of like, we've been just sort of bouncing between maybe a couple or like a few ideas, or it's, you know, we're trying to get to this state of completion here, but it just seems like the energies keeps like just kind of like pushing and pushing and pushing. I was like, I thought you had the Four of Swords here. And I feel like that if we've been noticing this, because the thing with the King of Wands, because if we've been noticing that maybe we've been in this state of just like we've been getting to, I mean, almost burnout here with this 9, 8, oh, and I think you had the 8, 9, and 10 of Wands. Yeah, just if we feel like we've been kind of just like forcing this energy here. The thing with the King of Wands, when I talk about him, if we keep kind of pushing like that, if we're noticing that we're just kind of, it's setback after setback, that's the quickest way to lead to a hanged man situation. And that's not to get you scared, Aquarius, but it is going to get you thinking, because a hanged man situation is thinking about stuff from a different perspective. It's just like, how much do we want to, it's a card of sacrifice, Neptune energy. And it's just like, how much do we want to sacrifice for a goal? You know what I mean? Or maybe or whatever this is that we might be, It's very interesting here, but I feel like try to be mindful of the energies when we get into this place, because you got a lot of heat here. And if we've been feeling kind of frustrated or anything along those lines, it's pausing and really kind of being with those energies, you know, allowing the stuff to process here, you know, reflect on what went down, you know, what could we have done differently, you know, what could have, because that's what all these challenges are trying to do. You know, they're just making you more resourceful. Again, making you an emperor, showing you that. And this does, you know, these situations too, they reveal a lot about us. You know, are you the type that, you know, get in that heat, that Aries energy? Maybe we just kind of pop off, or maybe we get in Pisces energy, where maybe we start getting into this realm of just like, because, you know, water signs, you know, it's in Pisces, you know, being ruled by Neptune, they can get into that like escapist type of energy. So maybe that's one thing. Or, oh, it's very interesting energy here, but it does feel that there's going to be just a lot of reflection that's going down with the Hermit here. And, you know, maybe from just doing some energies to just kind of, you know, maybe taking a nap, you know, or maybe getting out and just doing some things that are relaxing for you, you know, maybe going for a walk, or maybe building some stuff, or whatever that's looking like, Aquarius. But I think I'm going to leave that there. So if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. Very interesting energy. I hope that made sense. And share this, Aquarius, if you know someone who might be kind of stuck, you know, maybe there's some kind of ingrained, some sort of challenge, or because it's seems like it's like getting down to whatever the root cause of this thing is. A very interesting energy, but share this. And then if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that bell button, you get notified around these videos each week. And then I'm on this meditation app, maybe something to help you while you're in hermit mode. I'm on this meditation app, Insight Timer, and I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. And it's just a group to post like positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And definitely as the group grows, oh, we got a jumper. I can post strength. You stay up here. I can post positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. Or, geez, hold on. Let's try that again. You may be experiencing a bit of deja vu. I just had a thought there, but I can post different meditation groups and things along those lines, like different sound things and whatever that's looking like. Just come on over and I'll show you. Jeez. And then lastly, if you have any Cancer places, you got a hot little ticket here with the Queen of Cups, and even I don't know why Pisces is the moon. I guess they're intuitive enough. But you know, with these lunar shenanigans, and you don't need them, Aquarius. If you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to my other channel, The Jared and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. Absolutely geek out over the Queen of Cups, discuss lunar shenanigans. It's a good old time. And all that housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here so I can get you out of here and get you to a state of completion. You got the Four of Wands here. And maybe get you to this place where, because the Four of Wands for me is like a checkpoint. You know, it's kind of like, because after the Four of Wands, we get to that Five of Wands, that state of conflict, you know, where we start doing that brainstorming. And the Four of Wands is just like, how have we been using our energy so far? And if we feel like we're not getting towards that, like that world, you know, that cycle completion, you know, getting closer to our goals, to our abundance, to that Emperor energy, then it's taking a moment and pausing and figuring out, okay, how are we going to pivot from this? You know, what is our next steps looking like? What do we need to death card, change, you know? Judgment, you know, because you got there's been a couple of signs who've gotten some real kind of strong change energy. You know, I think Gemini, Virgo, and those two in particular got some that Judgment death card combo, but that's fascinating. And then for your Oracle card here, you got the Heal card, Aquarius. And so with this card, whatever this energy is that's needing healing, you know, that's needing some love, some compassion, whatever this is, look, and it just started raining. So I'm going to take that as a sign. Maybe we need to cry this thing out here. Maybe we need to feel this however it makes sense. But whatever this is, I like this little snail on here. Take it slow. You know, process it as it makes sense. And if it gets too much on the heart, at least you got eyes on it now. And now we can kind of pull back again. Maybe we go do some stuff, you know, maybe clean up around the house. Maybe we got to go bring some stuff in from outside because it's raining. Whatever that's looking like, Aquarius. But take this time to rest. You know, give your time some. This is perfect for Cancer season. Queen of Cups till you can't, and then take a nap, and then Queen of Cups some more, and then do it one more time. But I think I'm gonna leave that there, Aquarius. So you stay safe out there. All this healing, these roadblocks and things, and try not to overthink it, Aquarius. You got this. Time to regroup. Isn't that perfect? Time, and also what also time it is to raise your vibration through the roof. And just again, just to kind of do some uplifting things for yourself, however that's looking like, Aquarius. You're the star card. You're a card of healing. We're your sign of healing, and you're a card of healing. And I will catch you. Get out of here. Quit procrastinating. On the next one. Later.